whopping great ball joint for the ankle. It's almost like a hip joint, that's so big. And I do like it with this particular arrangement of pivots, because that gives, look at that ankle rocking. A sure sign of great mobility for his feet. And notice the way the thruster is attached to the soles of his feet. It gives you some additional posing, which is either intentional or otherwise. I'm very happy it's there. To try and fix this loose claw issue, I'm going to be using a little bit of Yoo-hoo glue. Just a tiny dab in the middle. Should help gum up and firm this otherwise very loose joint. Give it a few minutes to dry, put it all back together again. You can't see any signs of gluage from the exterior, but get that, no more rattling. It's not going to pop out when you don't want to, but when you do need it to, there you go. And again, no more rattle. Yoo-hoo! Multi-purpose adhesive. Work your magic with Gunpla. Yeah, I think I'll leave it till a little bit later to put on the outer armour, because I like inner skeletons. If you don't see the point of inner frames, because you can't see them after you've finished them, why are you bothering with master grades in the first place? Because the majority of the fun is building the insides of these things. And truth be told, if you're wondering about my MG Exia, you know that video with I completed the inner frame and also the GN drive? That is exactly where it is at right now. I haven't touched it since. You will find that it's a fetish of mine, I suppose. I am fascinated by inner frames. I like the robot insides, even more than the outsides. In fact, I'd say considerably more than the outsides. And sometimes I just stop right after I've finished doing the frame. Oops, looks like there's this little piece here that has to go in there. Because you see the outside of a Gundam quite frequently through the show, and it's only very rarely that you get a glimpse of what happens inside. So this is what interests me the most. But yeah, I should really go back and finish that Master Grade Exia, shouldn't I? I still see comments being left on that video asking, where's part 2? The answer is, I haven't filmed it yet. I suppose I owe it to some of you who have been waiting for 2 years. Can't get over this. No ABS. I'm sure in previous Gundams all of this grey would have been ABS. And somebody left a comment to explain it suffered from, it's like some kind of chemical reaction with certain paints that destroys the inner frame completely. It doesn't react well with certain paints. I don't know what paints they are, but this being styrene, we shouldn't get any of that kind of issue, thankfully. Sinanju. Never did get round to getting hold of that one. Again, it's one of the more expensive master grades. I'm told it's very, very good. So, does this spell the end of ABS kits? Or ABS plastic in Gunpla kits? I thought they'd actually gotten rid of polycaps, but polycaps seem to be back in here, though not very many. There's a pair of these bendy polycap sprues. So why do they keep changing their minds? One moment is polycaps, the next moment is ABS. I can kind of get where they're coming from. Besides the instability of the material with certain paints, I think it's quite a toxic material when you want to get rid of it. So in terms of the environment, yeah, that's one reason why they don't want to use ABS plastics anymore. And actually, as far as possible, I think they want to unify and have a singular material for everything. It's not necessarily good news for Gunpla builders who like multimedia, like want all sorts of different materials, but on a recycling standpoint, if you focused everything on styrene, I think you get bonus points. It's easier to recycle. And in previous versions, and quite a few master grades actually, this will be like a fabric pipe, which was quite a nice thing to have. Looks like they've abandoned that one. And notice on the inside, this isn't cut through all the way. Most people won't notice it, but I do. No chrome. But maybe I'm mixing this up with master grades. Ah, here we go. It's going to tab in here. Click. Let's have a bit of piston action. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a new camera because Junior broke my other one. Well, actually, he broke the point and shoot camera that we had. He took it on a school trip and it came back and it was all wonky. The lens had been given a big knock. He said he dropped it. So I brought a new point and shoot. This is a Sony one and it does particularly good video. So I'm trying it out here for one of my builds. What do you reckon? Is it sharp enough for you? Didn't cost very much. Cameras get cheaper and cheaper. In fact, I can probably get rid of my Handycam nowadays. The video is so good here that I don't need a dedicated camcorder. Did I miss a polycap in there? I surely did. The nice thing about Gunpla is, for me, a well-engineered one is one that comes apart when you want it to, as easily as it does when you put it together. Because when you disassemble it for painting, it's good that it does come apart easily. Not quite figured out how to do manual focus on this camera yet, so forgive me if it does go out of focus every so often. There you go, no broken pegs. I hate broken pegs. I might consider answering some frequently asked questions. Would that be interesting to you? Let me know. I could do that whilst doing these buildy things. No more about too old for toys. Getting to know you, a Gunpla fan. Yes, I know. They'd like to do that for the Transformers community, getting to know a Transformers fan. So maybe we can get that running for Gunpla as well. How does that sound to you? Would that be interesting? Throwing out ideas willy-nilly here. Tell me which ones interest you. Where do these things go?